Hello and welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about makeup that I paid full price for and whether I regret it or not. Do I wish I had waited for a sale to get these items? And I recently did a video that was all about makeup that I bought on sale and whether I regretted getting it, because as we know, sales can suck us in. But you know, I think sometimes if you really want something, it is definitely worth it to pay full price. So I will link that video down below. Interestingly enough, I was going through my collection and I hardly have paid for things full price, I've noticed. Most of my items, I do think I've either gotten with Sephora coupon, Ulta coupon, or Ulta points, you know, or certain websites like Juvia's Place, for example. So many influencers have coupon codes with them, and I will always use those when available. So actually, I realized that most of my makeup I have gotten on at least some type of sale. These items I definitely have not though. So I thought I would share, and let's get into the video. All right, let's talk about an eyeshadow palette first. This is the Huda Beauty Nudes palette. This is the Rich Edition. This comes in 3 different shades. This is the darker version, and I really do enjoy this palette. It is $29 full price, so it's not crazy expensive, which is why I went ahead and purchased it instead of just waiting for a Sephora sale. You know, I've mentioned before, I don't reach for my mini palettes a lot, but I have used this one more than other ones. I gotta say, it is a really nice quality palette. I don't regret getting it full price. You know, it's like I said, it's not that expensive to begin with, but it is really nice quality, and I'm happy I finally tried this brand. This is actually the only thing I've ever purchased from Huda Beauty. Alrighty, here's one that I regret paying full price, and that is this Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. And people really rave about this. I have hip pans, so I have used it a lot. This was recently in one of my project pans. This is full price, $45. This does not do anything magical for my skin, although I've seen that a lot of people that really love this have very dry skin. And I have combination skin, and I noticed if I set my entire face with this around my mouth and chin, which are the oiliest parts of my face, my makeup breaks down faster. So I either mix this with another powder, or I just put this on my forehead and then I put a different powder on the rest of my face, which is just crazy. And that's a really high maintenance, but I want to use it because I paid $45. It is so expensive. Like I said, it's not a bad powder, but I think for me, having combination skin, it just does not work as well as it does for people that have dry skin. So yeah, you know, I really was curious. I wanted to try it, but I probably should have waited till a Sephora VIB sale. Alrighty, let's talk about a foundation, and that is Estee Lauder Double Wear. I didn't get this on any kind of sale, and this is something I have repurchased many times. This is my 7th or 8th bottle of this. And for a long time, I went without it because I have found other foundations I really like. However, this is the only foundation that is a 10 out of 10 for me. Longevity, doesn't look cakey, color matches me well. You know, for my combo skin, this just works. And I have a lot of other foundations that are a 9 out of 10, but none of them quite as good as this. Therefore, you know, unless I find something as good, especially for, you know, special occasions, things like that, this is the one that I want to use. Let's talk about these bad boys right here. I have talked about these Marc Jacobs bronzers a lot on my channel. I really do like them. These are $49. This one is the color Tantric. Obviously, I've hit pan on this. I've used this one a lot. And then the one in the white packaging is called Tantastic. And this one is a bit lighter. It's a bit more warm toned on me. I do love these, actually. These are 2 of my favorite bronzers. You know, now I have found bronzers that I like almost as much as these. I mean, there's an e.l.f. bronzer that I have in my collection. I talked about that in my ranking bronzers video. If you want to see that, I'll link my ranking makeup playlist. The e.l.f. bronzer, and I have a ColourPop bronzer that are fantastic. You know, but I've had these for several years, and I feel like at that time, a lot of the bronzers I tried were kind of choppy and hard to blend, and these were far superior. So I've used these a ton in my collection. They're definitely my 2 most used bronzers, so I do feel like I'm getting my money's worth. I don't regret paying full price, but you know, if these were just coming on the market now when I have found really good affordable bronzers, I definitely wouldn't need them, but you know, they are really, really nice. Okay, let's talk about something that I love, but I kind of regret paying full price, and that is this Becca Afterglow Sunset palette. I bought this the day it released, and it was initially a Nordstrom exclusive, and I did a full review on my channel. And I do like this. I like it quite a bit. It has champagne pop. This is crystal gold. And then this is a bronzer and 2 blushes, which are all permanent to the Becca line. This is a great face palette. I love every color in it. The main reason that I regret paying full price is because within a couple months, people were finding this at Marshall's and TJ Maxx. And I'm pretty sure it was also for sale for pretty cheap in a boxy pop-up. Yeah, I feel like so many people got a really good deal on this and I did not. You know, I like it. I definitely don't regret buying it, but I probably could have waited and could have gotten it on sale, but you know, it is what it is. I do still really, really like it. All right, let's talk about this Hourglass palette. This is also something else I purchased the day it was released, and I did review this on my channel as well. I will say that is the one thing about if you want to do reviews on YouTube, especially for newer products, you know, I've just noticed that you do need to get your review out sooner rather than later, which is unfortunate. That's just part of the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, I didn't want to wait for a sale because I knew I wanted it and I knew that I wanted to review it as well. And I definitely don't regret it. This is $80. I've hit pan on 2 of the shades here. And I love everything in this palette, except I think the bronzer is only okay, but these blushes are really, really nice. I do think this was still around when the Sephora VIB sale happened, so I could have maybe gotten it for 15% off. I'm not VIB Rouge, so I couldn't have gotten it for 20% off. I think this is mostly sold out everywhere. For a while, I did still see it, I think on Beautylish, but I'm not sure if it's there anymore. So, you know, this was something limited edition. It did end up mostly selling out, you know, and I think the best deal I could have gotten on it would have been 15% off, which isn't a whole lot anyway. Therefore, this one, I have no regrets. I'm really glad I bought it right away. Here's an affordable palette I just thought I would throw in here because it is from BH Cosmetics and they are known to have a lot of sales on their websites. And also, you know, they are on Ulta. You can use, I think, even the Ulta drugstore coupon on their products. However, this one I got no discount on whatsoever. However, I love it. This is one of my favorite colorful eyeshadow palettes. This is the original Weekend Festival. They have discontinued this one and they have released several other festival palettes that are kind of similar, you know, with colorful shades. This is really good. So I think I paid somewhere around $20. It is amazing. This performs like a very, very high-end eyeshadow palette. I've talked about it a lot on my channel, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I did a review on this as well when it came out. Well worth the money, no regrets here. I thought I would include a recent purchase, and I do need to do a haul. I've purchased quite a few things in the last few weeks, and one of those was this Beauty Bakery Flour Powder. I got the one called Oat Translucent. And this is fantastic. I think it is $30, so it's not the cheapest thing ever, but it's not super expensive. You get a decent amount in here. Yeah, you get 0.44 ounces, which for a loose powder is pretty good. This is really, really nice. This is, it's translucent, but it's not a stark white powder. I do actually think they have one of those like very stark ones that it's supposed to be clear. I personally don't like those because I feel like they leave a white cast regardless. So this is translucent, but it has, I don't know if you can tell, just slightly yellowness to it, which works very well for my skin tone. They do have 6 different shades of this. This makes my foundation look flawless. I am loving, loving, loving this. I did try it under my eyes and it didn't look very good on my under eyes. So I have a different holy grail for my under eyes that I've talked about it a lot from Bare Minerals, but yeah, this is beautiful. It makes my foundation look really nice. I have 10 or 11 other powders. I really didn't need this, but also for the months of June and July, I am only buying from Black-owned makeup brands, and so many people have raved about this, and Beauty Bakery in general. I did want to try it, and yeah, no regrets. It is a beautiful finish. Alrighty, let's talk about another eyeshadow palette, the Baked Browns by Dose of Colors. I do have two others of these. I have the Berries one and the Marvelous Mauves, and those I did both get on sale. But this, I don't know what came over me. I just paid full price, which is $32 for 5 eyeshadows. It is definitely a little bit spendy, I think. However, I do really like it. These are not unique at all. They are just warm brown eyeshadows, but I actually really do like this formula. I've talked about it a lot. You know, this is one where, yeah, I could have waited, although Ulta has not given out a 20% coupon in quite a while. I keep expecting them to because they usually do in March or April, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten one. Let me know if you have. I'm curious. I keep wondering maybe if I accidentally deleted it out of my emails or something, but this is really good. Like I said, I could have waited to get an Ulta 20% coupon, but it's something I wanted for a while, and one day I just decided to say, screw it, I'm gonna order it. It is really nice, so I definitely don't regret it, but you know, if you can wait for those Ulta 20% off coupons for things that are sold there, you know, it is nice to get that discount. Alrighty, and last but certainly not least is the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. This is the most expensive makeup product I have ever purchased. It is $129. I didn't get any sale of any kind on this. And you know what? It is still available, but again, I think the most I could have gotten off would have been 15% at the Sephora VIB sale, which, you know, would probably be a decent amount considering how expensive this is to begin with, but I have used this a ton, therefore I really don't regret it. And I do think that this is one of the highest quality eyeshadow palettes in my entire collection. I've talked about it a lot. It really is good, even though the colors themselves are really not unique. There's a lot of gold in here. There's a lot of orangey brown shades. I have colors like this over and over, although I will say some of them are pretty unique, like this kind of greenish gold here. I don't have anything exactly like that. And these chroma crystal shades are really unique looking on the eye, even though in the pan they don't really look that special. They have a very unique sparkle on the eyes. So I do think that because this formula is unique, is so high quality, it was worth it, and one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in my collection. No regrets at all. That is it for this video. I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised looking through my makeup collection that I did get at least some decent deal on most things I have, you know, but most of these I don't regret. There are a few of these that honestly I should have just waited a little while and I could have probably gotten a steep discount, but I do think if you really, really want something, you know, it's worth going for it, you know, especially if you know that you'll love it. Please let us know, what have you paid full price for? That is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.